Mathematicians! All right, let's continue to do addition and subtraction situations. Unit 1, Lesson 13. I can solve put together, take apart problems, math parts like yesterday, that involve the use of group names and or have both addends unknown. So a couple of different kinds of things going on with our put together, take apart. So again, our put together, take apart problems just mean nothing is coming or leaving the scene. And so let's get started. So they talked about groups, right? Or categories is a fancy word for that. So I have 8 daisies, then I pick 4 more. You've seen word problems that begin like this. What could we ask to make this an addition problem? I have 8 daisies, then I pick 4 more. So what would the question be? How many daisies do I have now? Right? We add 8 daisies to 4 daisies. How many daisies do we have now? Let's think 8. I've got 4 more. 8 and 2 make 10, and then I have 2 more. 12. 12 daisies. So remember, we need to label it. I have 8 daisies. Then I pick 4 roses. Suppose we want to make this into a word problem. Should we ask for the total number of daisies? No, the total is not daisies. It's not all daisies, right? Daisies and roses. Should we ask for the total number of roses? No, the total isn't all roses. So we have to think about daisies and roses for this problem. What group name can we give to both the daisies and the roses? So maybe we have 8 daisies and 4 roses. What are those? All of them are flowers. You knew it, didn't you? I have 8 daisies, then I pick 4 roses. So now what question could we use to make our story an addition problem? What question would we ask? It could be, how many flowers do I have now? And what would the answer be? 8 and 4, 12 flowers. We have it labeled even. All right, so more talk about categories or classifying. It's a fancy way of, saying sorting or groups, right? So if we think daisies are the green and the blue ovals are roses, well, then those are both kinds of flowers, but there's more kinds of flowers, right? So this big oval, this light blue big oval, holds every kind of flower, but only flowers. Okay, so really we would have lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of more ovals within this flower group if we were talking about all the flowers in the world. But let's just name 4 types. Maybe you could guess some. What do you think the yellow one might be? Yellow. Did you guess sunflowers? If not, there's totally lots of kinds of flowers, right? And what could the red one be? Maybe tulips. We have lots of those in the Holland area. All right, so that's all about flowers. What if our category was pets? So one kind of pets is dogs. What other kinds of pets are you thinking of? Maybe birds. I know someone was telling me they wanted a bird. Cats. Lots of you have been talking about your cats. And I have fish. Some of you do too. All right, so those are just 4 kinds of pets. Of course, there are others, but they are all pets and only pets, right? There weren't, like giraffes was not part of this category because that's not a kind of pet. Okay, tulips can't go in this category because it's not a type of pet. This was for pets only. So you can create your own diagram of the following groups: fruits, drinks, fish, toys. Okay, so a diagram is just a fancy way of saying some kind of drawing that represents your picture, your amount. Right? The word for a drawing that shows information, that's a better way to put it, is a diagram. So then the title of these diagrams are flowers and pets. And now we could think of different kinds of fruits. Just like in morning meeting the other day when I said, okay, who can think of different kinds of fruits? And we talked about playing the Scattergories game. Scattergories sounds like categories. So categories or classifying, sorting, those are all words that mean grouping things together that are alike, right? So different kinds of fruits, we might say apples, bananas, pears, and so on, right? Pineapples, kiwis, all kinds of fruits. So, but only fruits, right? So then to make a diagram about that, it might look something like this. We could make all kinds of different diagrams, right? But in this one, we could say this is blueberries and blackberries and strawberries and cherries and bananas and star fruit and kiwis and watermelons, right? And we could, only fruits could go here, only drinks here. So this is, what do we call this drawing? A diagram, yeah. And there's lots of different kinds of diagrams, but this is the one that we're using today. All right, so different kinds of drinks, pop, juice. We could name different flavors of pops, probably, right? And juices, water, and so on. Fish. Okay, we could name different types of fish: salmon and tuna and trout and bonita fish and zebra striped fish, all kinds of fish, right? And toys. Oh, I bet you could think of a lot for toys. So how about you pause and make your own diagram of toys on your whiteboard, just with one large oval, title it toys, and then just write different kinds of toys that could go in that category or group. Push play when you're ready. Okay, so today on page 45, you're going to have problems that look like this. Theodore has 12 flowers in a vase. 8 are daisies, the rest are roses. How many flowers are roses? Okay, so this is really just like what you solved yesterday. You need to use your deal. Drawing, so make your math mountain, equation, answer it, and label it. Make sure all of the parts are labeled. Okay, so you're going to have to read it, think about what problem type it is. Put together, take apart. So I'm going to need that math mountain for my drawing, equation, answer, label. Keep practicing saying that to remind yourself. Drawing, equation, answer, label. Okay, so once you have these solved, then there's one at the bottom where I don't think number 4 is listed. Yes, it is. Okay, so this one, if we were doing this with our small group, we would take different ideas. Juana has 4 and Bill has 6 how many do they have all together? So think of the category first, maybe that might help you. So how many cars do they have all together? Or vehicles? Maybe Juana has 4 trucks and Bill has 6 cars. How many vehicles do they have all together? Juana has 4 cookies and Bill has 6 cupcakes. How many, what could we say there? Goodies, desserts, baked goods, do they have all together? You could choose one, right? And then you solve it and label it. Baked goods. 4 and 6 makes 10. So 10 of whatever you choose the problem to be about. Okay? Juana has 4 crayons and Bill has 6 markers. How many art supplies do they have all together? 10 art supplies. You get the idea. On the back, on page 46, your page is going to look like this. Sarah wants to put 7 flowers in a vase. She wants to use lilies and tulips. How many of each flower could she use? So, when we look at this, how is this different from problems we just solved? Now might be another good time to pause and think about that question. How is this different than what we just solved? Well, one way is that the problem has only one number and we need to find the other 2 numbers. Right? We know 7, that's it. So, and 7 is the total, but we don't know either addend. And there is more than one correct answer to this exercise. Okay, so when we fill it out, we're going to have more than one thing. In this exercise, we will be finding pairs of numbers, a number of lilies, and a number of tulips. How can you be sure that every pair is listed? Well, we could make it very organized, right? So maybe I do 1 lily, then 2 lilies, then 3 lilies, then 4 lilies, then 5 lilies, then 6 lilies. So then how many tulips would go with each of those to have a total of 7? Then you can make your equation. Okay, so there should not be 0 today in any of these. While 7 equals 0 plus 7 or 7 plus 0 makes sense, that's not going to give us where she uses lilies and tulips. She wants to use both kinds of flowers. So the smallest amount you can use of either one is 1, and the most would be 6, because if you had 7 of one, you'd have only that kind of flower. All right, now what if she has 12 flowers to put in the vase? So you could copy this table down. So how many lilies would be if she's trying to use both flowers still? You could try 1 lily and 11 tulips. 12 equals 1 plus 11. You could try 2 lilies and 10 tulips. 12 equals 2 plus 10. You could try 3 lilies and 9 tulips. 12 equals 3 plus 9. Do you see a pattern? So copy this down. You don't have to have the whole chart. Just organize it neatly so everything is in a row so that you can read it easily, and finish organizing this chart. How many lilies would be next? Yeah, 7. Then 8, all the way down to 12, right? And so that's what you're going to need to do on your math today, and make it a great day. You've got this.